Hello and welcome to Titanium Colors Tarot, and today I will be doing a reading for Gemini, okay? So this is for anybody who watches this at any time, from anywhere. And yes, with that, I will be mentioning the decks I use as I use them. Any placement is welcome here. So in your chart, any placement of Gemini in your chart is welcome here. And with that being said, as I'm also going to be putting the decks I'm going to use in the box below, so don't worry, you'll have the info. Right now, with that being said, my gorgeous Gemmies, let's get into your cards. Yes. Yeah. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies. And you got a card pointing towards the right. I like this. It's the Princess of Autumn, which would be the Page of Pentacles in this deck, with the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Hermit is a Virgo card, by the way. Yeah. So, now, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Gemini, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share what else they should expect for the coming week. And you got the World and the Awakening card. And the Lovers, a choice. 3 majors. Well, you have 4 majors all in all, but you have 3 for one set. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share. And you got the 2 of Summer. Yep. 2 of Summer. With the 4 of Summer at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Release card. Interesting. Okay. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies. And the card that fell is the Dreamer, pointing towards the left, with the 9 of Winter at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Now, by the way, I use selenite on my decks to cleanse them and charge them. Actually, just to cleanse them at this point. Now, so that was Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck. Now I will be using Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle. Alright, so please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, please, angels and guides, clarify the Princess of Autumn pointing towards the right and the Hermit card in the upright. Please, angels and guides, the first set needs to be clarified. So, what's it gonna be? You got Faf the Footer, as card number 1, followed by Luminous Doom, and the Singer of Transfiguration, followed by this Guardian at the Gate, followed by the Rare card. Okay. For the second set, you have the World, the Awakening card, and the Lovers. Which is interesting because the World is number 21, while as the Awakening card is number 12. So, I mean, this is what I'm seeing right here. Symmetrical and what's the other word? When it's both symmetrical. Interesting. I'm lost for words. Haha. Maybe that is something of significance. Okay, so please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies. In regards to the second set, please come forward and clarify why all these cards are here for the second set. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemini. And you have Indy with the Piper and Penelope Dreamweaver at the bottom of the deck, as well as She of the Cruach and Arvel Parrot and the Fairy Godmother and the Singer of Intuition. Okay. As well as Honesty. Yeah. Now, so the next is the Two of Summer, the Four of Summer, and the Release card. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share why all these cards are here for the third set. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good, and you got Gotcha! Surprise! Followed by Jehovah at the bottom of the deck. Followed by the Singer of Courage. Yep. Nailed it. Okay. So, now, for the fourth and last set, alright, you have the Dreamer and the Nine of Winter. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, why are all these cards here in the upright? No, the Dreamer is pointing towards the left, while as the Nine of Winter is pointing upright. So why are these cards in their respective directions? Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Gemmies, please come forward and share why these cards are here in their respective directions. And you have Sylvanus. Yep. Lattice Moon's Daughter, as well as the Loun and himself. Yep. So, no. Yes. Okay. Let us begin. First card you got out is the Princess of Autumn. Now the Princess of Autumn would be the Page of Pentacles. That would be the personality type of this card. So it says, why am I yawning? It says studious, responsible, cheerful, and mischievous. So it says a happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. Pointing towards the right, which means that this is happening quickly or it's happening in the future. How deep a future, I have no clue, but if you continue doing what you've been doing up to this point, it'll definitely come to pass, is what I'm picking up on. Then you have the Hermit in the upright. Now the Hermit, alright, talks about find or be a mentor. Take a break from society. A commitment to your spiritual growth. Things are looking up for ya. Yeah. Now, cards clarifying it are Faf the Footer. So, Fafi talks of being real, earthing, grounding, and centering. I feel like that is what you were doing with the Princess of Autumn, which is making sure that you're well grounded, well earthed. Now that is the sign I said something correct to me. I guess all the time. See, I notice that I start yawning the moment I do readings. I'm like, why? Why? Now the next card is Gloominous Doom. Alright, so Gloomy Doom, as Dharma Jane calls him. Gloominous Doom, okay, it's also self-defeat, self-pity, self-destruction, as well as at the end of all that, you learn that you need to take care of yourself, right? So there's just, you can't do more than you can. So if you extend yourself, you might lose energy, you might lose, and due to the fact that you're losing your energy, you're also your abilities are losing their oomph, you know, their ability to do stuff. One moment. Now, the next card is the Singer of Transfiguration. Now, the Singer of Transfiguration talks of transcendence, transformation, transcendence, and metamorphosis. So you have changed something within yourself. You've changed something within yourself due to the Hermit. So due to the fact that you became an apprentice, or you took on an apprentice. You became or took on an apprentice, and that taught you a whole new level of your craft, is what I'm getting. Right? Then you have Guardian at the Gate. Now, Guardian at the Gate talks of passage to new life, openings, gatekeepings. Absolutely awesome. Yeah. Very cool. And due to taking on or becoming a mentor, alright, you are now able to move on to a whole new level of your ability. And due to that same thing, you are able to tap into the Rar card energy, which talks of wild energy, pure potential. You can create anything you want, anything at all, which is amazing. Now, for the second set, you have the World, the Awakening card, and the Lovers. Now, there's a couple of ways to see this, okay? So the World talks of completion, right? Talks of brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction because you have completed a cycle. So now, until you start a new one, you can go wherever you want, right? And one journey is complete, which makes way for a new one. And that's what That's why you have the freedom to go in any direction, because you have completed a cycle. Now you're going to start a new one. So you have the decision. Where are you going to go? Left, right, center, up or down, sideways. You choose. Right? Player's choice. Isn't that what they say? Now this, I feel like this abundance of choice, which kind of would remind me of the Seven of Autumn, Seven of Winter, but the Seven of Winter, which is the Seven of Swords, would be more like lying, stealing, cheating. That's the usual definition, but you have all these things to choose from, all these paths, all these thinking patterns that you can decide. The Lover's choice. Anyway, before I get ahead of myself, the Awakening card talks of change the way you're looking at a situation. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in action. So now that you've completed a cycle, you are taking on a little bit of time within to see what your next step is. And after this reflection, self-reflection, after this introspection, should I say, you will make a choice, and that is what the Lover stands for, a decision. You make a choice. Yeah. And the cards clarifying that, alright, are indecision, wishy-washy, commitment, decision-making. Choice. The choice is yours. You are making the decision. Where am I going after this cycle has completed? Maybe the idea that just popped into my mind is that you just graduated. You might have graduated, like, you know, the high school, college, or university, whichever one. But you've graduated something. Now you're like, okay, where do I go? I mean, you have your degree, but do you really want to, like, go work in that degree? Or did you do that for XYZ reason? Generally, people do go work in the field that they went to study in, but that's neither here nor there. You never know what's going to happen in their life experience. Things change. Then you have the Piper. Now the Piper talks of music, order, harmony, seduction, and empathy. Interesting enough. Interesting. Okay, how I was talking about order, which is normally people go and try to find work in the in the field they went to study in, right? That's the order of things. That's the natural order. You think you do that. But then, if you follow your harmony, you'll figure out that sometimes what life is letting you in on, your intuition, is that that's good, but maybe you'd rather do this, you know? And so you might even be seduced by a whole nother branch. And you'll go back to school just to learn about that. Or whatnot. Right? Then you have Penelope Dreamweaver. Now Penelope talks of inspiration, magical dreams, and visions. So yeah, well, I just thought of Dharma Jane, who was a volunteer firefighter, and who is now she's now learning to become a paramedic, I think, but I might be wrong. I'm gonna tag her in his. And I actually told her how, like, she's one of my heroes, because I was saved by paramedics. I was hit by a car a couple of years ago. So if there were no paramedics on this planet, I would not still be here. I wouldn't. So, like I was mentioning, you're going to study into this, and you're like, maybe you spend like a month or two doing it, and you're like, oh, this isn't what I want to do. So what do I do? And so you decide that possibly going back to school, learning about something else, and then the way that you decide on what it is that you're going to do next in school is based on an inspiration that you get. An inspiration, a magical dream, and a vision. Right? Next you have She of the Cruach. Now, She of the Cruach talks of receptive principle, fertility, and nurturing. So you are receiving all these informations from the divine, and it is up to you to nurture them, to put them into practice, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be amazing. Next you have Arvel Parrot. Now, Arvel Parrot talks of communication. That's all he talks of, right? Communication. So basically, you know what you're gonna do, but you need to speak it aloud for it to be like ingrained within you. That is the whole idea behind affirmations. You're basically recoding yourself into believing what you want to believe. It takes time, and you need to be diligent with it, but once you do reprogram yourself, it's all good. Now, the next card that you got is the Fairy Godmother. Now, the Fairy Godmother talks of gifts, talents, grace, and helpful lessons. So, yeah, what was I going to say? Well, so you're receptive to what is coming towards you, and because of that, you are learning very useful lessons. And you're picking up on everything that is coming towards you. Then you have, then you have the Singer of Intuition. Now, the Singer of Intuition talks of perceptiveness, oracular powers, awareness, and trust. So all the information that you are receiving from your surroundings, you are also perceiving what they are letting you in on. I mean, it's good that you receive information. It's like getting a letter, but not opening it and not reading the contents. Why? You know? I mean, I'm sure you have your reasons, but if you have the power, if you have the ability, why wouldn't you? I mean, you know, I'm talking from my perspective, and I'm sure you have your reasons why you wouldn't want to, but I don't know. Next, you have honesty, which is, you see, the last bit, which is like, I don't know, I'm being honest. You need to be honest with yourself in regards to why you don't want to open this letter, quote unquote. Fictitious letter. It could be like a message in a bottle, or it could be like an intuitive nudge that you're like, nay, I don't want to come anywhere near it because I'm a fill in the dots, right? Fill in the blank. I'm not gonna try and make you try and perceive what the reason is. It's going to be different for each and every one of you, okay? So the next set starts off with the Two of Summer. Now, the Two of Summer talks of falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. Now, the Lovers generally talks of a choice, a decision. You're making a decision about if you want to continue doing this or not, right? And it is, right? It's basically based on what you appreciate, what you love to do. Next, you have the Four of Summer. Now, the Four of Summer is the Four of Cups. Well, the Two of Summer is the Two of Cups. So, if that's the case, then the Four of Summer is the Four of Cups, right? So, the Four of Cups talks of being real and failing to see a magical... No, being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. Taking someone or something for granted. Discontentment with life. I mean, you're going to make a decision, but this decision might not have been the best one for you. And when you realize that, that is when you're going to release it and be like, okay, I'm done. Bye-bye now. Because the release card is actually the death card in this deck. It says, let go of the past. Endings, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. Basically, it's something is coming to a timely ending, which is death. There is a death of something. Yes. Next. So the cards clarifying it. Clarifying those are Gotcha, which talks of sudden event, rude, sudden shock, rude awakening, unexpected event. Surprise! Then you have Ji Hobaya. Now Ji talks of imaginary fears, unreal hazards, and realistic caution. So you're surprised and so you made a choice which wasn't necessarily the best choice for you emotionally, and then you decided to let it go. Now that surprised you, that the fact that you made the wrong decision kind of surprised you. You thought you were better, you made the best choice you could, and due to the fact that it didn't turn out as great as you thought, you are now starting to slowly but surely play it safe. Play it safe, expecting unrealistic hazards, and playing it safe by realistically being cautious. Next, you have the Singer of Courage. Now, the Singer of Courage talks of bravery, sublimation of fear, and moral strength. Yeah, things are looking up. And that is for the third set. And for the fourth set, you have the Fool pointing towards the left, which to me as a reader means that this happened in the past, or it's happening super slowly. And so for those for whom this has happened in the past, all right, you have embraced your true purpose. You have started a new adventure and you are now trusting yourself. For those for whom this has not happened yet, okay, you are about to embark on a new adventure. The reason why this so what I'm getting is that if this happened in the past, it would be the exact same thing as the people who will have it in the future, except that instead of happening later, it has already happened, which means that at some point there was a little worry with not a little, but a lot of worry with the Nine of Winter, which is the Nine of Swords, because this card talks of unfounded fears, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. It's like the image that I just got was something running after its own tail. Right? Don't ask me why. It might come to focus in a little bit, but it's as if the pet is a little forgot that the tail is attached to it, him or her, right? And so it is kind of, I don't know, but it's sort of turning on itself. Now I'm thinking of an immune system that is turning on itself, right? An autoimmune sickness is what I'm getting. It's not perfect. I mean, maybe with all that worry with the Nine of Winter, you might be worrying yourself sick. Literally worrying yourself sick. But so be mindful of that is all I can say. Right? Next you have Sylvanus. Now Sylvanus talks of cutting through deception, truth, and clarity. So I feel like with all those fears, you are cutting them down. All those 9 fears, the 9 of Winter, like all those swords, you are cutting them with the sword this fairy is holding. This big ass sword. You're cutting it out. You're like, I have had enough. So schlag. Schling. I don't know what the specific sound is for a sword that is cutting through the air. Next you have Lattice, Moon's daughter. Now Lattice talks of light cast and shadow, spiritual guidance, illumination, and riddles. I feel like you've had enough of them riddles, but you know that it is something that must be done in order for you to get to the end of this, whatever it is, this 9 of Winter. So you're doing it slowly but surely, but you are doing it. Next you have the Lamb. Now the Lamb talks of unconditional giving and receiving. So I feel like you are going to be cutting through the deception that, so I'm getting you might be cutting through the deception that you are stuck in your place, or you're cutting out the things that make you think twice, make you doubt yourself. What? Okay, if that is a confirmation, okay, you're doubting yourself. Why? So you're doubting your want to unconditionally give and receive from something. I don't know if you can see, but I have a very perplexed expression on my face right now. It's like, what? If you say so. Next you have himself. Now himself talks of natural law, shamanic powers, life force, and magic. Why are you doubting yourself? You have magic in you. Yes. And so when you start to believe in yourself again, that is when you'll be able to see that, hey, I can do this. I got the power in me. I got magic. And that's when you will turn the 9 of Winter upside down. which would be a joyous day for anybody who does that. So, my gorgeous gemmies, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my prize. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous jammies, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!